Hey guys, Shauna here with Whole Latte Love, and today we're going to be taking a look at setting up your JURA ENA 4. We'll start with the accessories, we'll get your water filter set up, and we'll calibrate your grinder. Alright, let's take a look at some of the accessories that come with the machine. So we have the paperwork and manual, which you can find right in the box. This, actually, if you have any questions on anything further, you can refer right to that manual. Everything in this accessory pack comes in this nice little bag here, so it's all easy to find. Here we have the JURA Clear Smart Mini filter. Using this, if you change it at regular intervals, you don't have to descale this machine. Next up, we have the water filter adapter. This is applied to the top of the water filter and it allows you to install it in your water reservoir. We have the JURA 2-phase cleaning tablets, which help you remove coffee residue from your coffee spouts. We have our water hardness test strip, and this will actually tell you how often you're going to want to descale the machine or change your filter. Next up, we have the JURA Coffee Scoop. This will help you accurately measure how much coffee you're going to be using in your bypass chute. From there, we have the coffee chute funnel, and this will help just make sure that you don't make a mess with that pre-ground coffee as you're putting it into the chute. From the top of the machine, you can see your hopper and your bypass chute. From here, first use, we are going to recommend actually wiping out the hopper. Sometimes you can get a little coffee residue in there and when you first get it. This is normal. You do batch testing at the manufacturer, so it's not, uncommon. So once we have that wiped out, you're going to want to set your grinder to wherever you want it set. Normally we recommend doing finest for espresso. It's going to help give you a really nice extraction on that espresso. And to adjust, you just turn this little dial here on the hopper. We'll add in our coffee here. Put your bean hopper lid back on. Now, if you ever want to change your grinder setting, you're going to want to make sure that the grinder is running while you're making that adjustment. In our hopper here, I use the Crema Wave. That's a medium roast coffee. You're going to want to avoid any coffees that are heavy in oil because it can cause a lot of gunk to build up on the grinder. On the top here, you can actually also see the bypass chute, which can be open and closed here on the side. And with that open, you can actually put your funnel in there, which helps you brew pre-ground coffee. Now with beans in your hopper, you're going to want to turn the machine on. You can find the power button here at the top back side of the machine. Now JURA typically recommends with a brand new machine to rinse your water reservoir. With a rinsed reservoir, you're going to want to install your filter. With a filter install, you're going to see these two little tabs here. Once you have that installed on there, you want to make sure those tabs line up to the little slots on the water reservoir. Just like that. Now with our filter installed, we're going to fill the water reservoir. With the reservoir filled, you can put it back on the machine. The machine will then do a rinse cycle, which primes the filter for use. You'll want to make sure that you have a cup underneath of your spouts there so to catch any rinse water. The machine will then prompt you to empty your drip tray. With your drip tray emptied, your machine is now ready for use. Now we're going to take a look at setting up the water hardness setting for your machine. First, you're going to want to make sure that you're using water that you're going to regularly be using in your reservoir. Once we have our water set up, we're going to take our water hardness test strip that came in our accessories pack and we're going to open that. Now with that open, we're going to dip our water hardness test strip into the water. Really, you only have to do it for about a second, so not too long. Once we have that dipped, we're going to set this down and we're going to wait a full minute to get the most accurate results. All right, now we're going to take a look at the test results from our water hardness test. It does get a little confusing, so generally we recommend using the first square here. You're going to set it to 1 bean on your machine. 2 squares is 2 beans on the machine. 3 squares is going to be 3 beans on the machine. 4 and 5 squares, you're going to want to have all 3 bean icons illuminated in addition to the pre-ground icon as well. Now we're going to take a look at the menu and display on the ENA 4. You see here we have an icon-based display and we have 4 buttons below that. The first button here is your programming button. Second and third buttons are your espresso and coffee buttons, which you can program. And then we also have our aroma setting button as well. Now, to set the water hardness setting, we're going to go into the programming menu. And you can navigate this menu using the espresso and coffee buttons. To confirm your selection, you're just going to want to hit that bean button again. Now, given the results that we had on our water hardness test strip, we wanted to set it for 1 bean. To set this, again, you can actually just use your espresso and long coffee button. And then confirm that selection, again, with that bean button. So now it'll flash, should be all set now, and we can go ahead and exit that menu using the programming button again. Now we'll take a look at setting the switch off timer on your machine. So we'll go back into the programming mode. We're going to go over to the drip tray icon and confirm your selection with the bean button. Now 1 bean is going to be 30 minutes. 2 beans is 1 hour. 3 beans is 2 hours. And all 3 beans and the pre-ground scoop is 4 hours. So you can set that as you see fit. And then you can confirm your selection with the bean button. Once that's set, you can go ahead and exit the menu. By instructing your ENA to automatically switch itself off, you can cut down your energy consumption. If this function is activated, your ENA switches off automatically after the preset time following the last action on the machine.